Hello all, this is Carrie Schmidt from our Biology 1407 course, and I'm going to be talking about the pathogen Bartonella henselae today, and the disease that it causes, which is cat scratch disease, commonly known as cat scratch fever. So I'm going to start with a little bit of background on Bartonella henselae. So this pathogen is a gram-negative bacterium. It is bacilli, meaning it is rod-shaped. It grows in a moist environment, and it has fastidious growth, meaning it requires blood agar cultures. So, just as the name gives away, this pathogen gets to humans through cats. However, cats become infected by being contaminated by fleas. So, I'm going to break down the life cycle of Bartonella henselae so that you can see how it gets from fleas to cats to humans. And I drew this lovely picture here, so hopefully you can see it. We're going to start down here where it says eggs. So this will be our first step in the Bartonella henselae life cycle. So after eggs, they will go to larvae. Larvae become pupae up here, and pupae lastly hatch as adults. And so I'm going to first go to cats. So cats will become infected whenever a flea that has Bartonella henselae, if it has contaminated feces and the cat has possibly an open wound or a scratch and these feces come into contact, the cat will become infected. So after the cat becomes infected, they will once again, females will shed eggs, which will go around the cycle, and it will repeat. However, when this cat comes into contact with the human, and if it scratched or bites the human, or let's say it licks an open wound on the human, the saliva will then contaminate, and the human will develop an infection, which can show 3 to 4 days after. And I'm going to talk about some more of the symptoms. And so the common names cat scratch fever kind of gives away that a fever will be one of the main symptoms that is seen in humans. And this will come about 1 to 2 weeks after the infection. Along with this will be swollen lymph nodes. Also, sometimes individuals have headaches, chills, a loss of appetite, sore throat, and these will come along with the other symptoms. And these mild to moderate cases, they mostly have symptomatic treatments, so analgesics. However, once we get to immunocompromised individuals, which are both young children, usually under 5, or people that have HIV, this is going to be a little bit more serious because they are susceptible to systemic disease. So they will need to be treated with antibiotics. And the antibiotic that has been found to be the most successful so far is called Azithromycin. And so that will be used on these immunocompromised individuals. And so next I'll talk about some of the ways you can prevent yourself from acquiring cat scratch disease. And first and foremost is an easy one, which is washing your hands with warm soap and water before handling cats. So that's something simple that you can remember to do. Also, if you have a cat of your own, keeping their nails trimmed on a regular basis, making sure that they go to all of their vet appointments. Also checking them for fleas and treating them for fleas if necessary. And also, if you keep them indoor, you're going to have less of a chance of them acquiring these fleas that can contain Bartonella henselae. And so these are some of the ways that you can prevent it easily. Also, if you are immunocompromised or if someone in your household is immunocompromised, it is suggested that you adopt an older cat, which is over 1 year of age. That is because it is found that kittens or younger cats are more likely to have this bacterium. And so by getting an older cat, you reduce those chances. And it is found that about 40% of cats do carry this disease. So it is a pretty good chance of it happening at some point in your life if you have a cat. And also, just a few numbers for you. About 200,000 cases a year have been reported in the United States. So therefore, it's important to take these easy preventative measures to prevent yourself from having this. One more thing I forgot to bring up is that it's very uncommon, but some of these cases can become worse, usually in these immunocompromised individuals. It's very rare, but if it goes untreated, it can start to affect the brain, heart, eyes, and other internal organs, which is deadly. And so, once again, just keeping yourself aware of this and being preventative will help to keep you and your family safe. And that is it for my presentation. Thank you, guys.